Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm John Carlin.
And I'm Rachel Lucas. It's a problem in plain sight. Cities across the country, including Roanoke, are dealing with a growing number of people who are homeless.
The data shows more people are choosing to sleep outside in cars or other places in order to avoid shelters.
10 News reporter Sydney Jackstimer is working for you to take a look at how some organizations are trying to bridge the gap.
Things are getting worse.
We're expecting our numbers to continue to go up.
The number of people going to seek shelter at places like the Rescue Mission and Ram House are on the rise. Another number trending up, people experiencing homelessness who are considered unsheltered. The Department of Housing and Urban Development defines unsheltered as a person who sleeps in a place not meant for human habitation, like outside in a tent, under a bridge, or in a car.
The volume of people that we're seeing staying outside right now, it's a challenge. I mean, we all see it out in the community.
The number of people sleeping outside nearly tripled in the matter of 6 months. This year, from the January to July point in time count, it went from 38 to 91. The count before that in January 2021 was only 12. Matt Cruikshank with the city's homeless assistance team says 91 is the highest number they've ever recorded in the history of the point in time count.
Really what we've seen over the last couple of years is just a shift from folks in shelter to staying outside.
Cruikshank says he attributes the increase to a number of recent changes, like the eviction moratorium ending, inflation, and the lack of affordable housing. Some other major changes include the closing of hotels like the Ramada and the Days Inn, which is where people who were unsheltered could find refuge at night. Now, those people are turning to sleeping on the streets, like at the corner of Orange and Williamson.
We wanted to do more as we saw the number of people sleeping outside going higher and higher. We knew that we had a role to play in making sure that number goes down.
The Rescue Mission's Fralin Free Clinic began a new kind of service this year, medical street outreach, bringing medical providers and supplies to encampments.
We can ensure that we not only reach people, but we also give them critical care that if it goes untreated, it could get way worse.
Officials like Kevin Berry with the Rescue Mission say this in turn could lead to getting people off the streets and into shelter and potentially connected with permanent housing, which is what Ram House helps with.
We make it a priority to house those people as quickly as we can.
Ram House says they've helped house 87 people who were on the streets between the months of January and June. While this kind of assistance seems to be working, city leaders are also looking at new ways to address the complicated problem of homelessness in the Star City. That's where Keith Holland comes in. He oversees the city's Community Resources Division of Housing and Urban Development, also known as HUD. Holland's office handles the money the city receives from the federal government. Right now, there's $2.4 million of American Rescue Plan funding waiting to be spent on the homeless population. But before making any decisions on how the millions will be spent, the city wants to hear from you through their Housing Needs Survey.
And we're trying to get input on what the need is in our community for affordable housing, and particularly to address issue of homelessness.
What are some of the possibilities with that $2.4 million?
Non-congregate sheltering for the homeless, wraparound services, affordable housing development.
In addition to the survey, there will be a public input forum next week for people to share their ideas. Then a plan will be drafted and sent to City Council to be voted on. Holland says they hope to have a plan ready for approval by next year. Until then, service providers will continue pushing through tightening budgets and a rising demand and need, while the upcoming January point in time count looms in the distance.
I think definitely it'll have an impact on our numbers.
In Roanoke, Sydney Jackstimer, 10 News, working for you.